No, so like I said, that happened around the end of the time we were recording the end of the last season, right? And that's part of the reason why it's taken me so long to get everything straightened up for this season. And, it's been, like I said, it's been a while. I know I mentioned it on the blogs and everything like that. Let me just very quickly in person. I had some problems with mental health issues. And part of that was because medicine was not working correctly as it should. And, it just took me a while to get out of it. And I had a smaller support system than what I was used to, I guess you could say. And, it caused me to not want to do this at all. And to be fair, working on a weekly episodic podcast type deal is a pain in the ass when you're not feeling up to it, And I mean, it sucks because I really wanted to do this a lot more, and I really wanted to, get this done more often. This is actually, for people who don't know, this is actually our second attempt at recording this specific episode.
Yeah, we actually we took a stab at this and had some technical difficulties, which did not allow us to release it. So
that sent me over the top, to be quite honest, because we worked hard on that, But what happened was my idiotic self decided to use a bad cable. And I know that doesn't sound like much, but when you have a bad cable and half of the conversation goes
yeah. I mean, it's like the audio engineer code, man. I mean, we're both professional audio engineers, so I mean, if you get something bad,
yeah, you
either fix it or you recut it.
Exactly.
So we chose to take a little break and worked out some of those kinks, and here we are. And also, I'd like to tack on to what you're saying about the pod and how it's not super fun when you're not feeling it. A lot of people might not realize exactly how much work goes into this, because I'm sitting here looking at this like stacks of paper and it's all bullet pointed and highlighted and sectioned off and stuff. I mean, really, lot of work going into that. So yeah, much props there. It's easy to understand how that would not be fun to put that much task into something that's supposed to be a labor of love when you're yeah. So,
well, one of the things is a lot of the podcasts I listen to are current, if that makes sense. Sports podcasts.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to put much research into what happened last week with a certain football team.
Well,
you probably write this down all week.
Yeah, and you're literally just commenting on. It's like, oh yeah, I can't believe that he went in there and he did that. It's like, oh, I know. But this, I mean, you're literally like trying to.
I'm digging up stuff from 30 years ago,
and we're trying to keep it informative, but entertaining and opinionated, but it's a delicate dance. I guess you'd say.
Not just that too, right? It's I don't want to shortchange folks. I wanted to make this show a show that I would listen to if I wasn't doing it. And
totally.
To do that, you got to have you got to put some quality into it. And all right, fair enough. This might not be the greatest ever, whatever, right? But I work hard and I do my best.
It's true. Well, it's true to heart, and I think that was one of the biggest things that when you were in kind of beta mode for the podcast, like you knew you wanted to do a podcast, but you weren't really sure exactly like how or what. You were still kind of in the beginning stages.
Yeah.
And I just told you, because you mentioned that you weren't fond of researching and
right.
Putting in lots of hours for that sort of thing, which were going to be necessary. And I just told you, man, look, you just got to stay true to the heart, and you got to find something that you're passionate about, something that you want to talk about, something you know about. And that's that. And, for as someone who's right around the same age as you, I totally understand the connection to 90s culture and music, movies, just pretty much anything doing with it. And so it's not a small task, because a lot of that stuff wasn't, all the stuff that's happened in the past 15 years is all on the internet, and you can go watch Chocolate Rain anytime you want. I can't bring up some of the awesome shows that I saw when I was a teenager, because no one was there videotaping them.
No.
So it's up to us to kind of like take what we know and our opinions and our experiences and sort of just kind of like frame it up,
And not only that, I mean, the pair of us, right? I mean, we both go about it different ways, obviously, but it's not not for show,
Yeah, and you're from England, and I'm from America, so we got two really unique perspectives. I mean, so that's kind of cool too, because
seeing things from both sides of the world.
Yeah, totally. And then, like, because you've introduced me into bands that, like, I probably wouldn't have listened to before, you know, BDI and Manic Street Preachers and stuff like that, you know, and so I really, you know, dig a lot of that. So I never really listened to too much of it, so that's cool for me, you know.
And that was some of the stuff you introduced me to as well. I mean, I know this sounds weird, but, like, you know, working with you guys and doing some of the stuff, the first set that you guys gave me, I looked at it and I was like, I don't know half of these songs. And when I listened to them the first time, I knew that I knew them, but I didn't know they were called whatever.
Yeah.
You know? But it's and the reason we're talking about this is because this is the important part of why I decided to work to try and bring everybody back, try and bring the band back together as it was.